Egypt. The word alone conjures images: pyramids piercing desert skies, golden masks of pharaohs, the Nile flowing through sand. But Egypt is more than postcards and history books. This is a civilization that built monuments lasting 4,500 years, where temples carved from mountains honor gods and kings, where the desert meets the sea in colors that defy belief. From the last standing wonder of the ancient world to tombs hidden in valley cliffs, from museums holding treasures beyond imagination to rivers that have sustained life for millennia, we're about to discover the Egypt that exists beyond tour bus windows. If you're ready to explore where pharaohs walked and where ancient magic still lingers in stone, hit that subscribe button and join Feast and Fly. This is Egypt, where history isn't studied, it's touched. They're the only ancient wonder still standing. This is Giza, where 3 pyramids rise from the desert just outside Cairo. The Great Pyramid of Khufu, built 4,500 years ago, stood as the world's tallest structure for 3,800 years. The precision is staggering. 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing 80 tons, aligned to true north with accuracy modern builders respect. You can enter the Great Pyramid, climbing through narrow passages to the king's chamber. The air is stale, the passage claustrophobic. But standing inside, surrounded by stones placed before Moses, before Buddha, before written history, is humbling. The Sphinx guards the complex, its weathered face imposing. Giza is mobbed with tourists and aggressive vendors. But watching sunset paint the pyramids gold, you understand why travelers have journeyed here for 2,000 years. It's where pharaohs hid from eternity. This is the Valley of the Kings near Luxor, where New Kingdom pharaohs carved tombs into limestone cliffs, hoping secrecy would protect their mummies from thieves. It didn't work. Of 63 discovered tombs, only Tutankhamun's escaped ancient looting. The valley is barren and brutally hot. The tombs descend deep underground, where temperatures cool. The walls are covered in hieroglyphs and paintings depicting the pharaoh's journey through the afterlife. The colors remain vivid: blues, reds, yellows, preserved by darkness. Ramesses VI's tomb features a stunning astronomical ceiling. Seti III's tomb is the longest, descending over 100 meters with extraordinarily detailed reliefs. Tutankhamun's tomb is small and unimpressive compared to others, but it's the most famous because it survived intact. Your ticket includes 3 tombs. Choose carefully. They're mountains carved into gods. This is Abu Simbel in far southern Egypt, near Sudan. Ramesses II carved 2 massive temples directly from cliff faces in the 13th century BCE. 4 colossal statues of Ramesses, each 20 meters tall, flank the entrance to the Great Temple. Inside, the temple extends 60 meters into the mountain. The walls depict Ramesses's victory at the Battle of Kadesh, masterful propaganda. Twice yearly, the sun penetrates the inner sanctuary, illuminating 3 of the 4 gods carved there. Ancient Egyptian astronomers calculated it precisely. The smaller temple honors his wife, Nefertari. In the 1960s, Lake Nasser threatened to submerge the temples. UNESCO organized a massive rescue. The temples were cut into blocks and reassembled 65 meters higher. Getting here requires a flight from Aswan, or a 3-hour desert drive. But standing before these monuments, you understand Ramesses's ego perfectly. They're the temples that defined power. Karnak is the largest religious complex ever built. Construction continued for 2,000 years as successive pharaohs added temples, pylons, and obelisks. The Great Hypostyle Hall features 134 massive columns, each over 20 meters tall. Walking among them, you feel ant-sized. The columns are carved with thousands of hieroglyphs, telling stories of gods and kings. Luxor Temple, connected to Karnak by a 2.7-kilometer sphinx-lined avenue, sits in the city center. The temple is stunning at night, dramatically lit, columns glowing golden. One obelisk stands at the entrance. Its twin is now in Paris. Luxor Temple served multiple purposes: Pharaonic Temple, Roman fortress, Christian church, and Islamic mosque. The Abu Haggag Mosque, built into the temple, still operates. Both temples demand hours. Guides provide context, bringing hieroglyphs and history alive. It's chaos that somehow works. This is Cairo, Africa's largest city, home to 20 million people, where traffic rules are suggestions and noise never stops. Cairo assaults your senses. Constant car horns, dust hanging in air, vendors shouting. But beneath the chaos is incredible history. Islamic Cairo features mosques and madrasas dating to medieval times. The citadel of Saladin overlooks the city. The Mosque of Muhammad Ali dominating with Ottoman domes. Khan el-Khalili Bazaar has operated since the 14th century. The labyrinth of alleys is packed with shops selling spices, textiles, jewelry. Bargaining is expected. The Coptic Quarter preserves Christian Egypt. Cairo's street food is extraordinary. Koshari, a carb-loaded mix of rice, lentils, pasta, and tomato sauce. Foul Madame's stewed fava beans is breakfast. Cairo isn't beautiful. It's crowded, polluted, and overwhelming, but it's authentically alive. It's the world's greatest open-air museum. This is Luxor, built on ancient Thebes, capital during the New Kingdom. More monuments are concentrated here than anywhere else on Earth. The East Bank holds temples where life flourished. The West Bank holds the Valley of the Kings and mortuary temples where death was honored. The mortuary temple of Hatshepsut, built for Egypt's female pharaoh, rises in terraces against cliffs. The architecture is bold, though 3,500 years old. Her successor attempted to erase her from history, chiseling away her images. The Colossi of Memnon, two massive statues, have sat in fields for 3,400 years. Hot air balloons launch at dawn, floating over the West Bank. From above, you see the entire landscape of belief. Luxor is essential Egypt. You cannot understand ancient Egyptian civilization without standing here. It's the Mediterranean city with Greek roots. This is Alexandria, founded by Alexander the Great in 331 BCE, once home to the ancient world's greatest library and lighthouse. Both are gone, destroyed by earthquakes and time. Modern Alexandria is Egypt's second city, sprawling along the Mediterranean coast, more cosmopolitan than Cairo. The Bibliotheca Alexandrina, opened in 2002, honors the ancient library. The modern building is stunning, a tilted disc carved with letters from every alphabet. The citadel of Qaitbay sits where the Pharos lighthouse once stood. Built from its stones, it guards the harbor entrance. The catacombs of Qom el-Shokafa blend Egyptian, Greek, and Roman styles. Egyptian gods wearing Roman armor. Alexandria's corniche stretches along the coast. Cafes serve fresh fish. The city feels different. More liberal, more European-influenced. Alexandria represents Egypt's other face. It's where Egypt becomes Africa. This is Aswan, the southernmost major city, where the Nile is at its most beautiful. Islands dot the river. Feluccas, traditional sailboats, glide between them. Nubian villages painted in vibrant blues and oranges line the shores. The atmosphere is more relaxed. Philae Temple, dedicated to Isis, sits on an island, relocated to save it from Lake Nasser. The unfinished obelisk lies in an ancient granite quarry, showing how obelisks were carved. This one cracked during extraction. Had it been completed, it would have stood 42 meters tall, weighing 1,200 tons. The Aswan High Dam controls the Nile's flooding and generates electricity. It created Lake Nasser, but destroyed ecosystems and displaced thousands. Nubian culture remains strong. Nubian houses are architectural gems, domed structures painted in bright colors. You're welcomed with hibiscus tea. Aswan is Egypt's most photogenic city. It's the journey pharaohs took. This is a Nile cruise between Luxor and Aswan, the classic Egyptian experience. The cruise typically lasts 3 to 5 days, stopping at temples along the route. The ships are floating hotels with comfortable cabins, restaurants, and sun decks. The Nile moves slowly. The riverbanks reveal Egypt beyond cities. Farmers working fields with methods unchanged for centuries. Water buffalo pulling plows. Children waving from villages. The green strip contrasts sharply with desert beyond. The cruise stops at Edfu Temple, dedicated to Horus, one of the best preserved temples. Kom Ombo Temple, unique for being dedicated to 2 gods, sits on a promontory overlooking the river. Arriving by boat at sunset, it glows golden. Cruising at night, stars fill the sky. The Nile has been Egypt's lifeline for 5,000 years. Watching sunrise over the Nile from your deck is undeniably special. It's where Egypt meets the Red Sea. This is Hurghada, a resort city on the Red Sea coast, completely different from ancient sites. Hurghada exists for tourism. The Red Sea here is stunning. Water in impossible shades of turquoise, clarity exceeding 30 meters. The coral reefs are among the world's best, teeming with tropical fish, sea turtles, and occasionally dolphins. Diving and snorkeling are the main activities. The SS Thistlegorm, a British cargo ship sunk in 1941, is one of the world's most famous wreck dives. The cargo remains: motorcycles, trucks, ammunition. Gifton Islands offer day trips with pristine beaches. Desert safaris explore the eastern desert, quad biking, visiting Bedouin villages, watching sunset from desert camps. Hurghada is not authentic Egypt. It's purpose-built for tourists with international hotels and English everywhere. But combining pyramids with diving offers variety few destinations match. From pyramids standing 4,500 years to temples carved from mountains. From museums holding pharaohs to rivers that created civilizations. This is Egypt, where history surrounds you, where you walk where pharaohs walked. If this journey moved you, subscribe to Feast and Fly right now. Drop a comment sharing which site you'll visit. Egypt is waiting, where the desert meets the Nile and eternity is carved in stone. See you in the next adventure.